So display, margin, padding, float, all these options as we learned already, right? You install only what I asked you to install. Huh? Have I asked you to install any jQuery for Bootstrap? We need to install jQuery for Bootstrap. Huh? So we have to install jQuery. So what is needed for jQuery? What is needed for jQuery for Bootstrap? Yesterday I told you clearly. Yeah? So you have to install them correctly. If you are not there in the class, so then check the notes once. What to install, where to install, how to install. In the notes I uploaded. Now next, after configuring and installing, and all these options are very simple. For border, we can use border. For float. We learned about colors, text colors. So, and we learned about background colors. All these options are same. Even position also same. Position. So we can apply the position. Classes are there. Static, position relative, position absolute, position fixed, position sticky, right? All these are simple, but for them again you have to define the options. So vertically means you have to use top. So left side means you have to use the start. Start is for left, and bottom is for bottom, and end is for right. And we can give the percentages options like 0, 50 and 100 for position. That means at 0 position, so 0%, at 50% and at 100% positions we can define. So we have to use a combination. Position, top, generally top, left, right and bottom will be there. But here top, bottom, left, right are treated as start and end. So that is important for handling the positions and configuring the positions. So we can also use the options like translate. CSS I told you, we can use translate. Translate means so along x-axis, y-axis. So we can put options like translate, so middle, translate middle. It will keep in the middle. I will show you some examples how we can do. So we can put the option like translate X, translate Y. We can give these options. So technically we can arrange the content and keep the content here. So let's see, for example, suppose how you add these positions. Simple, already no need to explain what is position to you. Already you know the concept of position. Just you have to know how to apply the class here, how we can apply the class for position and define it. So let's see how we can do that. Suppose we are all position related examples you can try with the same concept. So I'm creating a new file. So position.html, and what you can do is, so let's create here doc type HTML head and title, and here we have positions, and for example we have body and class as container fluid, and here we are adding a div, so or some paragraphs of information. some paragraphs of information is present, and all the positions are same, you can handle. So suppose you see now I am adding a paragraph. Okay, and lot of paragraphs, and in that, in between the paragraphs we have a heading. So heading is like a toolbar something. So like home, like about, like contact. Already I showed you how to design a toolbar, so no need to waste the time again. And here I will put class as bg dark, bg dark, and I'll say text white, and you see this is a heading here. So make sure that your bootstrap is added. Currently bootstrap is not added. So link relation is equal to style sheet, href is equal to node modules, bootstrap dist css, bootstrap.css. And you see here now bootstrap is applied, and now when I go here, so this toolbar should stick at the top, So generally we can simply add an option here in the class itself. We can write position, I can write sticky. Where to stick? We have to use top 0. At top 0, its position should be sticky. And you can see now when I am scrolling, when it goes to the top 0, then it will stick there, and rest of content will scroll. Simple. This is not a new example. Already examples we learned. Only the point is you have to know how to apply that effect to that. You need to learn just class name. So we have to just define the class. That's it. And it will handle it. So we can configure that. That is generally so a combination. So you have to just use the option. So position sticky, position stop. So that means generally I will just give an option here. So that means the classes, how to handle them. Okay, so let me give you the note and example here for that. So bootstrap position. Bootstrap position, we can give position classes, right? Classes. Bootstrap position classes, you have the class. So we have the class that is position absolute, and better we will keep the class name as dot. Position absolute, we have like position fixed. So we have like position relative, position relative, and we have like position sticky, and position static. That is the default position static. Okay, and generally position requires another option is placement. That means so position direction, position location. So position location, so we can define as, so we can use dot top. That means it will keep at the top position, and we can say bottom, so it keeps at the bottom position, and top position we can keep 0, so 50 and 100. Similarly here also 0, 50 and 100 positions. So all options are same. Like, so we have a start dot start. Start is for left position. left position, you have to use start. End is for right position. Right position, you have to use end. These are the position locations, how you configure the position locations. Now, generally, you can also configure the position related options. So depending on translate, we can also define translate. Later combinations I will tell you we can use on translate also. Translate means generally you can also define translate for position. Translate for position, we have some classes. So we have the classes for translating. So options like translate middle, and we have like translate as X. You can use percentages, translate X. So how much percentages you can give as 50%. So like that. Similarly, like translate Y. These are like 3D effects so that you already have for that content you can define. We have to use the combinations and display them accordingly. So this is the positions, how you can keep your content with the translate positions, translate X and Y. For example, I will give you a simple option here. So these are bootstrap positions. Bootstrap position classes. Let me save this in our HTML. Okay. Fine. Now you see here, so these are the options. Sticky, one example I already given you. This is the option. I will just give this syntax. You have to put along with the paragraph. This is the syntax. This is for your practice sake. You can just put this heading syntax. So we can display like this. You can arrange your content with the different positions. Let's keep here, suppose I'm creating another design. Okay, in the design, I have the options div, and the class is position relative, and we will keep some divs inside it. So div. So we are configuring the divs inside it. Now I will keep a class called a box for this div. Or I can give an ID because all the classes are same. So you are not confused. I will give an ID as box. So we have some boxes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some boxes, 6, 7, 8, 9 boxes I am giving here. Now, generally in the style for hash box, I will keep width as 50 pixels and height also 50 pixels. And I give as background color as some black. So then generally we have these boxes inside the page, and all these boxes are present. Actually, they are present one below another. So I will give border radius as some 10 pixel. So 10 pixel border radius. All these are boxes actually. Now the placement here. So these are all boxes we have. So many boxes are there. So what I am doing is for this first box, I am adding a class. Class is position absolute. That means it is removed from the documents flow. Then I will give as top 0 and start 0. That means left 0, top 0. By default, its position is like that. Second box, I am giving the class and I am defining here. So position as absolute, and I am giving top 0 and top 0, and the start I give 50. Start I give 50. Generally, when I give 50, it will be like this here. That is the second box. Its placements is changed. So that is option you are configuring. That means for the third box, I'm giving class is position absolute. So top 0, and end 0, and 0. It will be like this. Right side, end 0, or you can give start 100. You can give end 0 or start 100. And very important is the positions. We can add the position like suppose I want to keep the position here. So x-axis, that means we can add here translate middle x, translate middle x. That is the x-axis position. Correctly, it will be centered now. You can see even I change it responsiveness, it will be kept center. The same approach we have to add for others also. That means we need to define so where you want here and configure the position. For example, for that box 3, so that is 3 boxes are there. For the fourth box, I am giving class position absolute only, position absolute. So top I given 50, top not 0, 50. That means in the middle it will come, in the middle it will come. And the start I will give 0, start 0. And y-axis we have to use translate middle y. We have to use translate middle y. Then it should keep that position there. So we need to adjust others also now. That means that is at 51 option is there, and start is at 0 only. So no problem, that is at 0. Depending on your main div height, it adjusts accordingly now. So we have to handle this position, that is start at 0 and top at 50. So generally another box we are configuring. So with the class, here we are adding the class position absolute, and we are writing top 50. Okay. And we are writing here start also 50, start also 50. And we have to write translate middle. I'm adding translate middle exactly in the middle. It will be like this now. It will change that position here. So that means one below another. Height width depends on the main content. Where you suppose you want to arrange anything at the bottom, the same option. That means suppose the last box here, another one, class is position. So this is position absolute. Okay. Position absolute, position, yeah. Position absolute, and top also 50. And we are defining end. I'm giving as end 0. And translate middle y, translate middle y. So we are defining like this. The position will be like this. We can arrange the content accordingly, one below another, one beside another. We can add the spaces also depending on how much height you defined for the main div actually. So main div, so ID is main. So here I am adding as hash main. Suppose I said height is equal to some 300 pixels, the height for the main div. And this is the main div height. And you can have some content also. Height, width, depending on that. That means how you give the height. Suppose, so 400 is the height. Some width is equal to some 400 pixels. So this is generally that is main box. Okay. And the main box, the height, just roughly I configured. Height, width, we can adjust the content now. We can display like this. Where you want to keep your information, display that, and you can change that. You can adjust the margins also. We can keep them top, bottom, left, right, anywhere. These are all basic positions, how you configure. Later, with some data, I will give you some more examples. That means, for example, so this class have a position absolute, and we are giving top now 100. That means it will come top 100. And I said start as 0, start 0. And that means it is coming from the bottom. It is adjusting from the bottom and displaying from the bottom. So we can give in this way, and we can say translate middle. So translate middle, that is the option to define. By default, it is there at that particular position. We have to change the others also. So class position, so absolute. And I said here top 100. That means top 100 means it is at the bottom, but start we defined as 50. And translate middle, translate middle. Similarly, another class here. So is position absolute. So position absolute, and top 100, top 100, and this is start 100 or end 0. You can write like that. And it's a translate middle. Then it will give the options in this. The placements, how you want to keep your boxes and arrange. It depends on your requirement. So what your, because of the height and width for your boxes, suppose I am not giving any height and width for the boxes. I just arranged these classes. So to just understand, you can see corner, it will keep, and in the middle, it will keep like this. You can arrange your content anyway. You can change the positions. Different effects are created by using this mechanism. Different effects are created by using this mechanism. So this is temporarily just to show you various options. Later we will keep in different correct positions. So that means later I will show you with buttons combination and with other combinations how we can manage them, right? So initially, first these three are enough. Others you can arrange accordingly. So suppose I will just give you this syntax for the position. So this is the syntax, just syntactically. These are the various positions how we can give. This is another example for different positions. We will put in examples. I will show you. Then you will get more clarity of how you define. Sticky position, absolute position, fixed position. You know that. So if you want to keep any object at a fixed position, suppose we designed a box, just designed a div. So, and this is like some as advertisement, or you can simply write like aside. Okay. And I say 50% off something. And I need here the position. So class is position, position as fixed. And we can just add as top 0 and end 0, top 0 and end 0. This will give the position right side corner. That's very simple. And it is fixed there. So if you can give for this as class as suppose, so BG. So BG danger, and like text white, and W25. So that means the width is adjusted here. It will be like this. Now, usually, so margin also I am giving empty margin top as some 3 values. So top, it will adjust like this. And if you have any other paragraphs of information here, I will copy some paragraphs of information here. And you know that you given the position as fixed now. When you given the position as fixed, so other paragraphs of information. So this is the other paragraphs information, keeping the content just below that paragraphs of information. And you know that position for that is fixed. That means you scroll, its position is fixed. You can change the position anywhere you want. So that means you can change the positions here. We can simply write in one line, position fixed, suppose top 100, top 100 will keep so at the bottom. So it will keep at the bottom. And the position should be fixed. That means if I'm giving top 100, rest of other options I need to change. It cannot be end 0, right? Top 50. That means it will be in the middle position like this. So where your content is there, depending on that, you can keep left, right. Earlier we need to use a lot of options, but now, so simply these classes we can apply and we can make the presentation more simplified. This is some example of how you give a fixed position here. So others you can try with your examples. Already I showed you several examples on position, and you can simply now apply them with the help of these options. Keeping the positions is very much important, and working with them is important. Next, after understanding this, so we have to know about the other options and how we can work with the other elements. Generally, basic options are very common. So that means positions here, padding, floating, border, colors, background colors, positions, top, left, right, and options. All these are height, width. So for height, H, height, width, all these classes I showed you. Not only that, for different types of components, so Bootstrap provides different classes like tables, like buttons, like lists. It provides predefined classes. We will see them. So that means how we can handle them. So let's see how you can present buttons. So that means Bootstrap button classes. What are the options and Bootstrap button classes, how to deal with them. This is just positions related options. For buttons, Bootstrap have so many classes. The base class for button is BTN. BTN is the base class for button. So we have BTN contextual. Contextual means primary, secondary, so danger, all this comes under contextual. That means BTN primary, BTN secondary, like that. And we have BTN outline contextual. So here we have buttons, primary, secondary, options are there. So we have BTN link also, BTN link. So for buttons, button contextual, button links, and button outline contextual. And we have options like BTN SM small, like BTN LG large. Size, button sizes you can define small and large. And buttons have BTN group. We have a button group and BTN toolbars. Toolbar is there. These are the classes used for buttons. So let's see what these classes are, how we can handle these classes. So button classes will give a good appearance for the buttons. Let's check here. That means when you are using buttons, it will be more easy for the presentation. So here I will show you. So button base class, button base. So we will just add a button here, and here I will say some register. And generally you can see the button looks like this. But this is when I apply simply a class for button BTN. So that is the ordinary You see that is button looks normal. This is the base of the button. Okay, after applying the base, so it looks normal, no border, nothing. Now what we can do is we can give button contextual. Contextual is nothing but, so for button we have insert. So for button we have update. For button we have like delete. So delete like this. Now first important is, it is mandatory for every button it should have BTN mandatory. And here we have the class BTN. BTN is mandatory for all of them. And in addition to that BTN, you can just give it as BTN primary. I can give it as some like BTN success. I can give it like as BTN danger. So dark or danger. So BTN danger. You can see that these are contextual buttons. So you have like insert, update, delete, different symbols and ready-made effect. For above, we just given only BTN. This is contextual colors. You can give a better appearance for the buttons now. Similarly, we have contextual. So contextual outline. That means, so I am just giving here, I have contextual so many. I've given only 3. I told you like info, warning, dark, so many will be there. Here we can write like BTN outline primary. We can write like BTN outline success. We can write like BTN outline danger. And you can see that these effects are there. That means insert, update, delete. These are outline buttons. On mouse over, they will show the background colors. These are contextual buttons, contextual outline buttons. Above are just contextual buttons. These are outline buttons. Button have different appearance. Button can have a group actually. So usually button groups are nothing but, so we can have a button group. So button group is nothing but, suppose we have these buttons. So insert, update, delete, 3 buttons are present. Okay. But all these 3 buttons look separate. But all are related to same functionality. Then generally we keep a div. In the div, I kept all these 3 buttons. And for that div, I can use a class. For the div, I can use a class called BTN group. That means it makes a button group. And the buttons inside the button group looks like combined now. You see, there is no gap between them. It looks like combined. Generally, buttons have a gap. Of course, if I change the colors outline, I keep it only primary or success or danger. And you can see that all the buttons look combined into one. So if you are writing a combination of buttons, you can give a button group. Of course, you know that. So all the symbols, icons are everything same now. So that means if you can link your link relation is equal to style sheet and href is equal to, so fonts in that CSS, all.css, then you can keep your symbols relatively. Suppose here I am writing like home, here I am writing like about, here I am writing like contact, and here I can add a span and a class and FA home. And here I am adding a span and a class, that is FA and FA some user. And here we have a span and so class FA and FA mail bulk or mail forward something. And you can see the symbols will be the same. The combinations are same. That means you can configure the buttons. You can use the symbols. So buttons appearance will be like this. You can make a button look like a link, hyperlink. This is button group. You can make it look like a link. Generally, to make it like a link. So here you see at the top, I have BTN. So BTN link. Then you see it looks like a link button, hyperlink, but actually it is not hyperlink. Register, you can see, but it is not a hyperlink actually. It is just a button. So it's not a hyperlink. Now you can give, so buttons, blocked buttons also, blocked buttons also. Generally, blocked buttons are nothing but what happens is, so you can generally block means it occupies entire screen. For example, so width 100% will be there. So that means here I am adding heading 2 and so block. And generally when you keep a button as a register and you add the class as BTN and BTN primary, the button looks like this. This is the button. But I want it to adjust the width. Then generally we can use BTN block also, block. BTN block will keep so the button adjusted to that. That means width adjusted to that. Generally, button block is used for adjusting according to the size. Latest versions, so the buttons related, when you are configuring the buttons, we can adjust the buttons according to the width. So because BTN block is no longer available in the latest version, old versions have this BTN block. Now in the new version, they changed this into a small different concept. For that, we have to use a combination of margin and padding display. Flexible displays, we have to use combinations, otherwise you can't display. But earlier we have this BTN block. In the old versions, you will see this BTN block regularly used. That is nothing but it is to fit according to the width of the page or width of the parent container, how much parent container is there. Now what happened is in the latest versions, so this is block, BTN block is removed. In our old versions, we have that BTN block, means 4.6, and you will see many people using BTN block only. But now very latest release onwards, they disabled this. So if you want to display buttons block, actually, we have to put a div, that means the parent. So we need to make this div as a display as grid, and grid gap you can give as 2 or 3, 4 points, and we can use display as so MD. So that means so that is medium size and flexible. And we can say justify content to end. That means we can write justify content. So MD end will be there. So we can use end. Up to the end, it will justify the content. These all things we have to write. And in this, we are adding a button. So that means flexible display, and in a grid display, we have one button. So this is class as BTN and BTN primary, that is the button. And we can add the additional classes like ME. So that means so margin end, how much margin end. So we can apply for medium. So we can apply for large. So medium, large, SM, small. Medium is for devices like tab and other devices we can use. And this is, so suppose register button. That means we added a button like register and display here. And you can see it will be towards the end here. Because the position where you want to keep that, we have to define the position. And display, that means it justifies to that location because only one is there. Suppose I have another button. I have another button. So that is like say login is another button. Login, and for that I am not using the size. I'm just using primary, and you can see they will be right side, adjusted towards the right side. So you can keep, so left side, right side, you can make it adjusted. So the complete, the positions you can add, you can configure the position and define the position. So generally the columns also are used for displaying. That means columns means if you are adding the content inside the column. So column means I yesterday showed you call, I yesterday showed you row. It will fit according to the column, according to the row. You can keep even width 100%. So that will adjust the size. I already told you these are not standard. If you want large, we can use here BTN LG. LG, it will keep the button size large, one button size large. You can keep large buttons, small buttons. You can change the size. So in the new versions, you have to adjust the size and width and to fit accordingly. So basically, what are the button effects available? So in Bootstrap, these are the buttons. But in the latest version, one more option is we can control the buttons dynamically with some jQuery attributes. Plugins are there. Those plugins I will show you in jQuery, how we can add the jQuery attributes for them, because we have to learn them with combination of jQuery. So not here. So one more option is there. We have a button toolbar. So another option is there, button toolbar. Button toolbar is nothing but, suppose I am designing a div. So in the div, we will put a class BTN. So BTN toolbar. And we have BG danger. Okay, BG danger or BG dark. Okay. Button toolbar actually. So inside that button toolbar, we have to design button groups. BTN group. This is one group. In this group, we have a button. So like home. So we have another button like about. So we have another button like contact. And you can see that. So these are all having the classes BTN and BTN danger. So I'm adding like this. So these are all are same. This is button toolbar. In that one group is there, and you see it looks like this now. End to end, it looks like a toolbar. In the button toolbar, you are having a button group. But remember, we don't design toolbars like this. For toolbars, we have a different option. This is for buttons combination. So handle these options. So that means we have to use the combination in this way. So this is, you can display content, 2, 3 can be that. This already we have justify content between, justify space between, depending on what you are designing. These kind of toolbars are very common. These kind of toolbars are very common. So that is very, combinations are used with groups and toolbar. So for buttons, these are all the classes we have to define. Now earlier, as I told you, BTN block is there, but this is up to 4 version only. In the Bootstrap 5 version, we have to use combinations for button block. Mostly we have to use grids actually, but that means like block buttons. People call them as block button. Generally, block buttons, just class btn block is enough. I will show you old version also in the another project here. Suppose I am using display grid and some gap. So gap as 2. And here we are having a button, and button class is btn and btn primary, and we say register like this. So this is generally a submit button combination here. You see it looks full. Just you have to keep in grid gap 2. I'm adding some another button here. I'm adding another button here. So I'm adding another button here. So like so btn danger, and we say so login. Okay, and you can see this is having login, and these are block buttons. These are block buttons. That means they occupy full. Earlier we have to full means how much parent width. Suppose this parent, suppose I given so the width. So the parent div width is suppose 50. Width is 50. That means parent div width 50. It will fit to that. That means it will fit to the parent, how much parent you are giving. So if it is 25, then it will fit to that. Accordingly, it will fit. So if it is 100, then it will fit to 100. That depends on how much width. These buttons are block buttons. Earlier, we have to use that with an option called btn block in old versions. But now in Bootstrap 5 version onwards, we don't have these button blocks. So we need to use a combination like this. We have to put display grid, and we have to put this option. So gap is just gap, how much you want the gap. I am removing that gap. Then you see there is no gap between them. Because if you are using one, then you don't need that. Just use display grid, and you can put these buttons. Then it will display like a block buttons. How much gap you can give? Suppose gap as 3, gap as 4, you can give the space between them if there are multiple. Only one button, you don't need to do that. Button toolbar is a combination of button groups. So this is so newly added option here. This example also I will give you here. So this is for Bootstrap 5 buttons. So in Bootstrap 5 buttons, these are the options. The notes I uploaded, it contains Bootstrap 4, and now I am uploading Bootstrap 5, both combinations. So you can verify them. Because I will show you some other project. Suppose this is some other project. In this Bootstrap is not 5. So in this Bootstrap is not 5. You can see we can go to the package JSON. It is Bootstrap 4.6 version, not 5 version. Now here I am adding a HTML page. Suppose I am adding a HTML page. And in this HTML page, you see, so in the head section, link relation is equal to style sheet, and link href is equal to node modules bootstrap this css bootstrap.css. And in the body section, so when I give a button, so class as container fluid, and heading, so block button. And you can see that here we are adding a simple button, so register, and the class is equal to btn and btn primary. And you can see that this is old version. You can see its appearance will be in this way. Now simply I am applying here, so a class called btn block, and you can see that this btn block will keep a block button. Now in the latest version, you don't have this. This is old version. Simple btn block is enough. You don't need to put a container and all this. Now, if I don't give that, it will be like this. Now, generally, suppose I given a div. In the div, so here I am giving a class. So class as suppose display grid. So display grid, and you see it is display grid, and you say gap as 2 or 3. So you can see that is not applied here. That is only from the latest versions. From the latest versions. In the new version, we don't have these facilities. We don't have all these. Means these options, BTN block and all are not there. We have to. They have changed that. Now we have to use these new features. So you cannot try this in the old version. So make sure in which version you are working with, because in the company's Bootstrap 5 is not used yet. In the because it's a very recent release, just 3-4 days back only it became stable. Earlier it was a beta version. Just 4 days back, 5 days back, it became stable. And we are learning that. So whatever the latest stable version is there, companies will take time to use it. So they will use Bootstrap 4 only. In that case, when you are working in that Bootstrap 4 version and you try all these new things, they cannot work properly. So that's the reason you have to know both methods. Because in future, they are going to implement the new projects, the future projects, they are going to implement this. They are going to implement this because this is a very new and advanced. And in the Bootstrap 5, one of the advantage is what they have done is earlier we have to depend on a lot of jQuery for interactions. Without jQuery, so CSS can handle, but jQuery is also required. The amount of jQuery that we use is reduced, so that if any browser is disabling JavaScript on that browser also, it will work properly. That is the main intention actually. But so in Bootstrap 5, you have to try in this way. In Bootstrap 5, you have to try in this way, right? So for block buttons, you have to try in this way. Bootstrap 4, I already uploaded a document, observe. So see that. In that we have BTN blocks. Rest toolbars, buttons, others are same, only these options are changed. So this is for displaying of buttons, means how you can configure and display the buttons. This is generally how you manage the buttons in your options and use them. Next important in Bootstrap components. So in the Bootstrap components, so we have alerts. So this is buttons, forms also. I will tell you how to handle them. So in the Bootstrap, next important, we have buttons and we have alerts. Generally, alerts are used for displaying some messages embedded in the page, which you can close them whenever required. So usually we have those options here. So that means generally when you are dealing with buttons, you see here we can add the buttons in this way. So what we can do is, so we can alerts, let's see, let's go to the new version again. So this is our new version, yeah. So where you can see the version of Bootstrap, already I told you package.json will be there. In package.json, so you will get the Bootstrap, which version is installed, jQuery, which version is installed. In the dependencies, you will find it. So, or you can go to the node modules bootstrap dist css bootstrap.css file. So in that bootstrap CSS file at the top, you can see the version is defined here in that CSS file. But actually, technically, we have to go to package.json, and from there we have to get the version, which version of Bootstrap we are using. So this is buttons. Another important in Bootstrap, we have alerts. Bootstrap alerts are very simple. So, but additionally, they have the combination of handling dynamically open and close options. Like in the head, link relation is equal to style sheet. href is equal to node modules bootstrap dist css bootstrap.css, and in the body, so say class, so container, and in this no change, all the options are similar, no changes in the bootstrap alerts. Few color appearances are changed, but some icons they have given extra, but symbols and icons they have given extra. Other options are similar, so we don't have any special option for that. They are similar. So generally, later with JavaScript jQuery, we can even open, close them dynamically according to situation. Suppose you see here, how do we put alerts? Suppose I am creating a div. In that, I kept a heading saying that, so record, delete record. So delete record, record. And here I will put a paragraph. So record will be deleted. Record will be deleted. So record will be deleted like this. Or some message like record deleted successfully. Record deleted successfully. This message will come. And some anchor we are having like some more, or you say some help you want on this. You can just keep here href initially is empty. Generally, this is a div. Let's run that and see. And you can see that is the div actually. That is the div. I want this as a message box. Then we can use the class for this as alert. And it becomes an alert class. And in the alert class, we can use alert contextual danger. And you can see it puts a box like this. This is alert danger. And in that, this is the heading. For headings, we have a class called alert heading. You can use alert heading. And for links, we have a class called alert link. So we can use alert link. For links, we can use alert link. And this looks like this now. This is alert. By default, it has some appearance. You can see alert danger, you can say alert warning, and you see this alert warning color. You say alert success, it will display like this. And very important is now speciality here is, it can, suppose here, I want here a button. And for the button, I put a cross mark. I will put a class called close. Close is a class for buttons. But close buttons, you see, I will tell you later, their appearances are changed now. That means when you click that, it should close it. That means when you click, it should close that. So, but for that, we need jQuery. It cannot work directly. We need jQuery for that. So that means here, so these close buttons are used with a combination. Later I will show you, because you need jQuery plugins also to use for them. So initially, close buttons, how you can design, this is a generic button. So we can use the class as btn close. That means it is a close button. Then you can simply apply the option as class as btn close. And that is a close button here. That is a close button here. And you can see that. So generally the close button, so it is like a cross. And I can remove this. I can remove this symbol. So close button by default have a close symbol. You don't need to give the character also. Earlier old version, we don't have btn close. We have only close. The new version is providing this close, btn close. In old versions, we have a simple close class. In the new versions, we have to use btn close. So you will see the difference. You will see the variation. So we can use btn close or simply close. In old versions, you use simply close, but here we have to use btn close. Btn close. That means it will give a close button there. Close button there. Now, what is the advantage is you can keep anywhere you want that close button here. Already we learned various attributes for that. For example, so this is the close button. Suppose I defined, so position absolute. Suppose I said top 100, absolute position top 100. So it comes here. So that so we have to define top 0, and we say start 100. Start 100 will be right side corner. You can keep anywhere you want. Right side it goes very corner. So we can give here, so start, so it is like 50. You can give the position where you want, it will be there. You can also use another technique for that. So I will tell you various other techniques also. That means how you can keep inside the box and display inside the box, because for that we need to learn some more options. Now this close is not going to work actually. This close is not going to work. So until or unless you add some jQuery, we can add some jQuery. It's not like you have to use this. You can put anything you want. So you can put anything you want. You can configure anything. Remember, don't try any other number. Suppose I say 75. Then you see here, it is not showing any 75 because these values are standard. It can be 0 and 50 and 100. So there can be only these options. You cannot have other options. You cannot have other options. So this position absolute. So I say position relative. Position relative. Relative position will be related to this box. We can keep, so translate also. Translate middle X. So translate middle X, translate middle Y. We can keep it correctly like this. Otherwise, its positions will be outside the box and all. Relative means related to the parent box. Relative means related to the parent box. So we know the positions. So here the best option, keep the position relative, translate middle X, and it will keep inside the container top 0 and start 100. But on this button, it should close. So alert have alert danger. So alert related classes. So we have alert contextual. Contextual means so danger, primary, warning, and all this. We have alert heading for headings. We have alert link for links. And generally, alert have an option called dismissible. Alert dismissible. So dismissible is nothing but it allows the alert to close, closable alert. So we call that as dismissible actually. That is closable alert. Dismissible is closable alert. So we have to use that option dismissible if you want it as closable. But remember, it will not close until or unless you use an attribute for that. That means jQuery attribute is required. jQuery options are required for making it closable. So what you can do is here, if I want this closable, then you can simply add here. So this is alert. So we have alert. So dismissible, we can use dismissible, alert dismissible. But on the close button, it should close it. So that is important here. Then for that, we need jQuery attributes to configure and define. You need a combination of jQuery. How jQuery is used, I will tell you now. That means this is only design. Now we have to make this functional. That means when I click this close button, that should close that alert. For that, we need some functionality to add for this. And that requires jQuery. That means we need to add a jQuery and configure with the jQuery. So that we will see tomorrow. So tomorrow we are going to learn how to put jQuery into this and make this functional, effective. And from tomorrow, whatever we see, majority will be having combination of CSS and jQuery now. Okay. Tomorrow we will discuss all these components. Remember,